Hey there. Subscribe to my channel and also press this bell icon so you can get latest video notifications.
Going through yet another breakup.
May reklamo
But if you're looking for some
rin
new
kay
celebrity info, then
Whamos.
you've come to the right place because
Okay,
today we're
nasa si
counting
Mau?
down the
Sige,
top 10
pwede pala
celebrity
sunodin.
scandals you never
Para
knew about.
kukuha tayo ng update.
Part
Dahil si
two.
Mau, sasamahan
At number
sila
10,
para
Matt
do-
Leblanc. Remember that one episode of Friends where they joked about Joey being in an adult film? You know, the one where he played the copy machine guy? Well, did you know that that bit was actually based on real life? Yes, Matt Leblanc, the actor who played Joey Tribbiani in Friends, actually had a part in an adult entertainment series before his time on Friends. Matt had a role in a Showtime series called The Red Shoe Diaries. This show was about a man who had written an ad for a newspaper asking people to send in their stories about life-changing encounters that they've had with their partners. The man who was the show's narrator would begin each episode by reading a letter aloud, and well, I'm sure you can imagine the rest. Matt Leblanc had a steady role in the show, and though it isn't necessarily a traditional adult film setting,
Kaya
it's
lang
still
nakakaalam.
funny to imagine him
Basta't
in this role,
umaatras
and
na raw
it's
siya.
still made for
So
some
anong
pretty
reaksyon
funny
nyo,
content
Rose
on
Ann,
set.
na
At
umaatras na
number
si Kim
nine,
sa
Tim Allen.
hamunan
Today we know
ng
Tim
lie
Allen
detector?
as an actor and comedian known for his roles on Home Improvement, the Santa Claus films, and Toy Story. But before his rise to fame, he was actually a felon. In 1978, just shortly after beginning his stand-up career, Tim was caught by drug-sniffing dogs at the Kalamazoo Battle Creek International Airport, carrying 1.4 pounds of that good old no-no snow. After being caught with the illegal substance, he faced life imprisonment, but luckily for him, he was offered a deal. In exchange for helpful information, he would be given a reduced sentence. Clearly, he took the deal, otherwise we wouldn't be talking about him right now. Tim ended up ratting on the other dealers he knew, and his sentence was subsequently reduced to 3 to 7 years behind bars rather than a life sentence. Tim was released from prison 28 months later at the age of 29, and because he was a convicted felon, he found it hard to find work, so he tried giving stand-up comedy another go. Obviously, it was a good choice, and Tim is now a household name. So perhaps getting caught was the best thing that has ever happened to him. Before I continue on with this list, I'd like to ask you guys to consider leaving a like on this video if you're enjoying it so far, because it really does
So,
help us out a lot.
yung pag-atras
Number
niya,
8, Leighton Meester. Leighton Meester, the actress known for playing Blair Waldorf on Gossip Girl, shares something in common with Tim Allen, being that they both spent time behind bars, though for very different reasons. Leighton was born in prison. Yep, you heard that right. This all came out around the beginning of Gossip Girl's run on TV, and everyone was shocked. Essentially, Leighton's mom was arrested in 1983 for trying to smuggle 1,200-pound shipments of Mary Jane out of Jamaica. Leighton's mom, Connie, her boyfriend, and her sister were all arrested. Connie's sister actually ended up breaking out of prison and became the first woman in the US to land on the US Marshals Most Wanted list. After Leighton was born, her parents were released from prison, and eventually Leighton made her way to LA where she started her acting career. She's since had a lot of trouble with her mom, even going so far as to win custody of her brother, but that is another story for another time. At number 7, Adam Hicks. This one is for the Disney Channel kids. Did anyone watch the Disney Channel movie Lemonade Mouth? Well, one of the film's actors, Adam Hicks, has seen his fair share of troubles after leaving Disney. Yet another Disney actor gone rogue. 2018, Adam was arrested for armed robbery after it was believed that he committed 4 or 5 robberies along with his girlfriend Danny Tamburo. According to sources, Adam and Danny allegedly committed these robberies by walking around the San Fernando Valley in California and would go up to innocent people and hold them at gunpoint and demand that they give them anything of value, whether that be cell phones, wallets, jewelry, or otherwise. Now, from what I've seen, there's no word on whether he's been sentenced, but he was being held in police custody with his bail being held at $550,000. His arraignment was postponed last time I checked, but other than that, this scandal has gone cold, so that's probably why no one has heard of it.
Quit na tayo,
At number 6, Woody Harrelson.
Wala na yun.
We know Woody Harrelson as a successful actor known for films like The Hunger Games, Now You See Me, and Natural Born Killers, but the latter is a movie that might hit Woody here a little close to home. You see, he's not the only one in his family to have notoriety because his father Charles has also garnered fame, but for all the wrong reasons. Woody Harrelson's dad was a hitman. When paparazzi and reporters want to dig up your past to use against you, this one will certainly strike a nerve with Woody. Charles Harrelson was a hitman known by most as the man who assassinated U.S. federal judge John H. Wood. According to Woody, his father Charles left the family when he was still young and said that he hadn't heard from him until 1981 when the news of his father's arrest was broadcast. Until his death in 2007, Woody had a strained relationship with his father, though he admitted that he would visit him in prison often. Of all of the celebrity parents, Woody's dad was definitely one of the wildest. At number 5, Millie Vanilli. The lip sync scandal that surrounded Millie Vanilli was one of music's biggest scandals, and I've never heard about it. Have you? Essentially, Millie Vanilli was a that was never really cool. I mean, they were real people, but the music wasn't there. Producer Frank Farron in an attempt to create a star from scratch. He had a vision to be able to put out this amazing music, but he needed the perfect act to sell it. That's where Morvan and Politis came into play. These two dancers were hired by Farron to be the faces of Millie Vanilli, and though it was a musical act, they didn't have to sing. In fact, they never did. The songs were written and produced for them to lip sync to, and it worked for a while, but like all good things, they can never last. Millie Vanilli conquered the Billboard charts and even won a Grammy for their song Girl You Know It's True. They were asked to tour and perform live, but since this act never actually sang, things started to get difficult for them and playing pretend wasn't working anymore. When they would encounter technical difficulties with their track while live, it was stressful and humiliating. Eventually, they were caught in their lie as their track suddenly stopped working during the performance, and nearly to all of the stages were all wrong. This took a huge toll on the duo, especially the driving Politis to take this ended in